Today we're going to look at the Horde website and how you use it. So you can see here we're on the Horde website. You go to login and it will take you to an EVE login screen where you can log into your accounts. This is the EVE Online website itself that it redirects through, so it's nice and secure. You can see here, just hidden my account, but you can see my character. We're going to go into one of my alts. No, I'm Bob, because he doesn't have any access to anything special. It should be what you see when you log in as a new player. So it's asking me, are you an alt? I'm going to click yes, but if you are brand new, you would click the gold icon to the right there and say no. You can see the home page here. That little settings button in the bottom we'll come back to. You can see we can click our forum. I've just opened that in another tab. Loads of information on the forum there. You can browse through that for hours and hours and hours, get loads of guides and all of the SIGs and things like that. You'll find out about them. You can see quick actions. There's just a little D-scan tool in the quick actions. First tab here is the bulletin. The bulletin is really expansive, and it's highly recommended that if you're brand new to a game, and especially if you're new to nullsec, that you read through most of it, probably the entire thing really, if you've got the time. You can do this in chunks, obviously, but we do highly recommend you go through and just make sure you're basically familiar with all of the concepts found in the bulletin. It'll teach you about Mumble, about all of the core attributes, where we live, how to get there, how to travel safely, how to use all of our services. It's really expansive and really useful. It's got loads of little video clips in there that will help you out as well. As you can see, I'm just scrolling through it really quickly, but do take the time to fully read through this and it will help you out a ton. Next up, we've got the news. We don't use this too much, but there are a few things on there like news articles. You can see we're going into the Gabloons tab next. So Gabloons, a little explanation tab, which is quite useful. And then if you go to the My Gabloons, this is how it actually works. So you can see you've got a slider. If you've got any Gabloons, you can slide that across, click transfer, and it will go to the character. So we'll send you some ISK. It takes a little bit of time because it's a player-driven thing. So just wait a week or two and those Gabloons will get to you. Here we can see the upcoming fleets. We've got a onboarding fleet by Kissmeter coming up, which is always a common thing every week. We'll try and do that. If you want to post your own fleet, anyone in Horde can do that. Just make sure you're selecting the right categories and putting it up with your name so everyone can see who the fleet's under. And here you can see mostly we've got flight school onboardings, but we did have a fleet by Devron the other day, a nice big organised fleet to push into fraternity space for a lot of fun. There's that D-scan tool. You can copy and paste D-scan results into there and it makes you a nice little table. These are the industry tools. I don't use those too much. The industry tools outside of the website are probably stronger, but they are useful. This is Valhalla, so if you're a fleet commander you can request a ship replacement for certain ships, and that's basically how you do it. You type it in, click add, and then check the right time. There's a stimulus tab. We don't have any stimuluses currently, so I didn't go into that one in detail. And then we've got a fleet tracking tab. So that settings at the top right opens up a whole new list of things, and people often get confused and miss that. So that settings, click that and you get into this new section. Here are all of the groups. You can apply to a lot of restricted groups here, and then there's some open groups, and if you apply to these open ones you'll just immediately get accepted. One of them there is the faction warfare group, and there's also a few language based groups like the Russian Arctic Bean group. We can see here you'll be able to see your own groups that you're in. Your EVE info, this is where you can add all your characters, and you should have all your characters added so that we can ensure that you're not doing anything dodgy. And then you've got setting up Discord. This actually works for multiple Discords, so we do use several Discords in Horde, and then inside that you've got join channels, so you can join all the various different Discord channels. And then finally there you've got the join Mumble. You've got a few little bits at the top, messages, your account, that kind of thing. And that is everything that we can go through.